Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Parlay Revival. We are here in Whangarei, New Zealand, and we were literally about to clear out of the country to sail to Fiji.
So we're going to start with 70 apples. We reckon that should be enough to get us to Fiji.
When we made a last minute decision that could change everything.
We're best off doing it now. It's only a 24-hour delay.
This episode has it all.
Son of a...
So watch until the end to see if all of our hard work actually pays off or not. So I'm Colin, and this is the crew of Parlay Revival. From hurricane damaged, to broken bulkheads, and getting struck by lightning not once but twice, to being the strongest and fastest Lagoon 450 on the planet. We've already sailed 25,000 miles to get here, and nothing is going to stop us from circumnavigating the globe. So subscribe to follow our journey around this beautiful planet. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things you did. So what are you waiting for?
Okay guys, we are doing something crazy. So Dave, who's the main distributor at Yanmar, he ended up finding a clutch assembly out the back of their warehouse, and it's used. He said it looks brand new, but he can't guarantee the condition of it. But I believe between the one that we broke and the one that he's found in the warehouse, we can get one good SD60 going. So, believe it or not, we're gonna haul out again. Crazy, I know, but I just genuinely believe we can do it. So we're hauling out now. I think Jamie's driving to the dock. I'm gonna try rebuild these two clutch assemblies at BCE Engineering here in Whangarei. Yeah, this is pretty crazy when I actually say it out loud like this. Let's just get it done. Let's get it done.
This is literally the third time we've hauled out in 2 months.
Thought we wouldn't be back here, but hey.
It's getting a little ridiculous, but I feel my determination to upgrade our saildrives will pay off in the long run.
Better safe than sorry.
Does this make you more excited for Fiji?
Yes, it does. Can't wait for the warm weather!
Thank you, brother.
All good, mate.
Appreciate it, man, honestly. Guys, I think we've done it. There was some damaged parts inside the one that Dave gave us as well, so between the two we had just enough bearings to make it work. All right, let's go back to the yard. Jamie should have hauled the boat out now. Quite a strange feeling not being there for something like that, but hopefully Jamie's got it all under control.
Oh shit. Oh my
It
god.
ain't all fun and games around here. Sometimes you gotta get in that cold, dirty water.
Jamie's in the water. How's it going, boys?
Man, welcome back.
Yeah.
This corner's just got to come back a little bit. It's on the water maker one. But the other side's fine.
Can't believe we're doing this. Only we would attempt this. So out of all these parts, we managed to make one good one of these. It is so complicated inside here. So it goes in here, like that. Basically, in which if you select one way, it'll spin one gear or the other. How good! There we go. I've done this so many times now that I feel like I should be a Yanmar technician at this point. But yeah, let's rip this thing out.
This is our SD50 sail drive that is going to go in the trash if everything works out with the SD60. We have had endless issues with the cone clutch slipping, losing oil out of the seals. We were fed up, so we were really hoping everything was going to work out with the upgraded SD60. We were in a race against the clock. The yard had literally left us hanging in the slings. and they had to splash us the next morning at 7 AM to get another boat out of the water after us. On top of that, we had booked our New Zealand customs appointment at Marsden Cove for the next morning, so everything was riding on the success of this upgrade.
Okay, you got it? Yeah. Okay, I'll grease up the shaft. Oh. Let's get a bolt. Time lapse.
So we had mated the sail drive up with the engine and bolted it down into the engine bed, but that didn't really mean much. The real test was about to begin.
We'll run this tonight and make sure it all is going in and out of gear.
So we put our Varifold prop back on, and it was judgment time. Would the sail drive spin nicely? Had I successfully salvaged 2 damaged clutch assemblies to make one good one? We were about to find out.
Okay, props on, give it some agua, and we'll run it. Make sure it goes in and out of gear nicely.
What happened?
Son of a...
What?
We never put the seal in the front. Where the shaft is. Oh my god. It's gonna be a late night. Forgotten to put the seal in. Where the input shaft goes into the engine, so we have to separate everything we've just done. I don't know how this stops oil from coming out of the sail drive in the front. I don't know how there's just not oil everywhere because I've filled it up to where it's meant to be full. It's basic. This is a SD50, but it's basically that seal.
So without further ado, we unbolted the sail drive and separated it from the engine to reveal our major screw up.
I can see the missing seal. Okay, that's great. That's what we need. Push it back. There we go.
I was actually surprised at how fast we got the job done, and it was time to test it one more time.
Look forward. Neutral. Reverse. Seems to be working fine. Spinning away there. Job well done.
Good job.
Okay, we were up working till past midnight last night. I think we got it done. We're up to splash 7 in the morning, see if this thing floats. Big day. Let's go. So far so good, gonna start it up now. Going in and out really nicely. Oh! Wow! First pop! Wow, we did it. We managed to pull that off. I'm gonna leave this sail driving gear for an hour or two. Just make sure it doesn't develop any leaks or anything like that. Fiji, here we come. Thanks for everything, bro.
All good, mate.
Appreciate it, man. You guys are legends. This is Turquoise Dreams. This is actually one of our patrons. Is a part owner. It's like a syndicate. It's a Lagoon 77. Massive thing. We've had such a good experience here. It's just not worth it to go down to Auckland and pay thousands and thousands of dollars when everything you need is right here. I like it here. Okay, just here at the car wash. Dave, I know you're watching. He lent us this sick Ford Ranger for the last like 3 weeks. I've done 2 trips down to Auckland and back on it. So we're gonna give it a clean. Car wash time.
There's a chicken bone down here.
So many options. I was gonna chuck in $20 and see what happens.
I always saw you as a car wash boy.
I heard these are great, great business to have because there's no staff needed. for the wax.
Absolute final touch of a car wash.
And last but not least, full tank of diesel. How much do you reckon this is in New Zealand?
$153.
We haven't filled it yet.
It says it. Oh, that's what you put in.
She just said, wow, $153 and we hadn't even started filling it. Oh my God. She's a special one.
150 bucks. Our last errand was to pay my bill at All Marine, but also stock up on a few things that I thought might be hard to get up in the islands of Polynesia.
You can never have too many fiberglassing supplies. Sabrina's on YouTube under Sailing Taku. Give them a follow. So Brent's the owner and he's sick at the moment, but it's been awesome going there because he's just he's one of the little guys, and that's what I like supporting. He just went out and bought that business and slowly turning it around into what it is today. So good on you, Brent. Okay, back to the boat, see what the loads are doing, see if we've left the shrouds too slack, or I know they're not too tight, that's for sure. Sailing sea trial. Our friend Jonas, who's one of the owners of Saildrive, wants us to put a little bit more tension on those upper diamonds just to get a little bit more bend in the mast. So we're gonna go up there. Let's go. Yeah, just need the big shifter.
Excited?
Nah.
Okay, that's half a turn. Shh, stop. That's good for the holes there.
Yep.
Yep, it's making the lowers a little bit tighter because it's putting a bend in the mast. Okay, let's get two on this side. That's two, right?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, let's put the pins back in and we're good.
There we go, we're off.
Oh! Feels good. Back on the move. All right, we're going to go for a sail. So this is going to be interesting. This is when we're going to start testing these load sensors. By the way, this is Dave, the guy that's lent us his car for the last few weeks. Come for a cruise. We've got 1.3 tons of force on those cap shrouds. So from now we'll just start watching them and see what happens. I've got no idea. I don't think anyone has any idea the amount of force that we put on our shrouds as we're sailing. So this is all very exciting. Okay, go for it. Had 15 knots on the beam then and it was just moving slightly. See if we can get some more wind out here, see what really happens. It's 20.
So we found the 20 knots of wind that we were looking for, and the forces were about 2 tons on the windward shroud and half a ton on the leeward shroud. This was us sailing pretty close hauled though, so it was definitely going to be different values downwind, as the port and starboard shrouds share the load a little bit more with that wind angle. It was hard to interpret the data for now, and we would almost definitely be reefed normally if we were sailing in 20 knots of apparent wind. So we will just have to keep experimenting with these numbers for now. We headed into Marsden Point Marina to do one final tune of the rigging, then we would be clearing out to sail all the way to Fiji.
Okay, sea trial was super successful. So what I think we're gonna do is just take up half a turn on the cap shrouds, and the lower shrouds are a bit lower, so we'll do a full turn on those. And that'll just bring them all firm. So we'll see how much force that ends up being at the dock, static load. But yeah, I mean 20 knots, full sail, and 2 tons of force. I think that's well within the limits. And again, Lagoon want you to tension those to 2.6 tons or 2.2 tons, I can't remember, static load at the dock. And I just think that's too much and pointless. What is the point of loading the boat up, forcing that much strain on your bulkheads unnecessarily? Sail drives working perfectly, both sides. So after all of that, we've ended up with 2 rebuilt SD60s. Both of them got brand new clutches in them now. So feeling super happy with the boat. I just feel like we're absolutely prepared, and we're clearing out at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So let's tweak these shrouds. And stop. Have them perfect. Holes lined up? Yep, exactly. Go. Oh man, it's incredible. So half a turn is actually half a thread top and bottom. So it's like 1 thread, which is like maybe 3 millimeters. So you shorten that shroud by 3 millimeters and it just puts, we'll see how much force it actually put on there. Okay, we just did a half turn on the caps and a full turn on the lowers, and it hasn't changed the force on those shrouds at all.
No explanation.
Well, there you go. I don't know what to say about that. Well, they feel firmer. Okay, we'll put the pins back in. Okay, that's it. We're officially ready to clear out of Fiji. We're officially ready to clear out of New Zealand. Very much mixed emotions leaving New Zealand. It's been amazing being here, being able to circumnavigate the country and see all the things that we saw and do the things that we did was just a lifetime of memories. But it's time to move on. As you guys know, we're dedicated to circumnavigating the world on this hurricane damaged boat. We're chipping away at it bit by bit, but we've got a huge year ahead. We're gonna go to Fiji, Tonga, Vanuatu, Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea and the Philippines this year. And then next year down through Indonesia, over to Maldives, maybe Sri Lanka, and cross the Indian Ocean. And whether we go to the Red Sea or down to South Africa, we're gonna decide at the time what we should do. But my intuition at the moment is telling me we'll probably go to South Africa because of all the things that are happening in the Red Sea. And when we pull into Nani Key and Tortola, that'll be a lap of this beautiful planet of ours. And then we have some big plans in the pipe work after that. So yeah, something I'll never forget is being in New Zealand with my own boat, sailing around, hanging out with my family, meeting new friends, catching up with old friends. It's just been an absolute blast. But upwards and onwards, next stop Fiji, and we're so excited. Last night in New Zealand.
Woo!
That night, the crew started to turn up as we would be clearing customs in the morning, and there was an undeniable excitement in the air. First to arrive was Paula, one of our friends and Patreon.
There's Nana's cabin. Oh, do you think it's comfy? What side shall I sleep on? That side.
Then Louis, who was an international rugby league star, who was keen to continue to learn how to sail after already doing a big trip from Australia to New Zealand. Next to arrive was Georgie, another patron of ours who had already been on board in the South Island of New Zealand. We enjoyed our final meal together, followed by some usual Parlay shenanigans.
Oh, he's holding him!
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and join us next week as we set sail off the coast of New Zealand on a 1,000-mile journey to Fiji.
Just excited to be leaving and to experience it. It's just going to be, something that I've never dreamed I would ever do.